Welcome to Reel Time Florida Sportsman. This week, we're tarpon fishing in Miami. It's time to find the shortest route to the hottest bite. We scan the Florida Sportsman community looking for the best fishing reports and travel to make reel anglers our local guides. Give me some of that! Together, we let you in on secret spots and hometown moves. That's what I'm talking about!
Oh yeah, she's done for now.
In this week's episode, we're heading back to Miami looking for the Silver King. We're hitting multiple areas and seeing just how diverse this tarpon fishery really is.
There's a flat right here.
There he is! Ooh. He's on you. You missed it?
Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes.
Woo-hoo! Woo! All coming up on Reel Time Florida Sportsman. Getting into Miami, the weather was pretty much what I expected. You know, a little breezier though. We had a south-southwest wind blowing 15 to 20, but I really didn't think that was going to affect us too much. A lot of the areas that we were fishing were going to be protected, you know, and hopefully the rain was going to stay away. This shoot's a little different. Most days we're waking up 4:30, 5 in the morning to get to the boat ramp. You know, we had the luxury of rolling to the ramp at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And really, you know, this tarpon fishery, all dependent, and also they really like low light conditions, so the nighttime bite can be really good. All right, down here in Miami, RJ Ferraro, looking for tarpon. What do you got planned for us?
Well, today we got a good outgoing tide to start the afternoon. We're gonna start looking for some tarpon right here, just off of Key Biscayne. And see how the tarpon action is for the rest of the night.
All right, well, we're both actually from up from the Stewart area. RJ gets down here a bunch. I've been following him. You know, he's on it. He comes down here when the bite's hot. This is the time of the year, you know, but what we did was something a little different. We actually transported some mullet down, netted them in Stewart, got some jumbo shrimp up in that area. We're gonna slow troll the mullet around while the sun's still up, and then we're gonna switch it over to shrimp, right?
Let's do it.
Try to mimic that shrimp run?
That's it. There's a good shrimp run going right now. It's been going on for the last few weeks, if not longer, and the tarpon action's just been explosive.
All right, well, right here in downtown Miami, God knows how many million people here. It's amazing. Very few boats out, but I'm sure there's a lot of tarpon.
You'd be surprised.
This week's guest host, RJ Ferraro, you know, I've been talking to him for a while. I met him first at one of the Florida Sportsman community events. And this is the guy that travels down. He's actually from my hometown in Stewart. He travels down to Miami often to do this tarpon fishery. In talking with him, he said one of the most important things was to bring good bait. These fish aren't seeing a lot of mullet, so we made the decision that the morning of the trip, we actually just went out and netted a well full of mullet and went to a local tackle shop and hand-picked some jumbo shrimp.
That's tarpon candy right there.
The tarpon fishing in Miami is pretty basic, you know. They really target on these passes, these inlets, and these bridge areas. They either fishing shrimp or mullet. So it was a pretty basic plan that RJ actually had like a circle that he fishes. We were gonna start at one of the bridges and just go from spot to spot, actually looking for rolling fish. If we're seeing the fish, we were gonna set up and target those areas. You know, different areas in Florida have different things that are, you know, they're unique to the area. You know, the West Coast has the crab flush. The East Coast, you know, really gets that mullet run. But what is unique about this Miami area is they have pretty much just a shrimp flush, almost like the crab flush in Boca Grande. Certain times of the year, coming out of Biscayne Bay, these grass flats, just huge quantities of, you know, beautiful shrimp just flush out of these inlets. And these tarpon are just waiting to feed. We roll out of the boat ramp and we're not 100, 200 yards away from the ramp. And I tell you, we're already seeing fish rolling, blowing up on the surface, flopping their tails around. You know, immediately I know this is gonna be a good trip. We are literally a couple hundred yards from the boat ramp and there's tarpon blowing up right out here in front of us. You know, why leave fish to find fish? Giant 9-0 trocar circle hook, nice big silver mullet. Just gonna slow troll them. A great effective way to do this, no matter where you're at. Just put them out the back and just slow troll them along with the circle hook, leave the rod in gear, not too heavy of a drag. Simple fishing. Oh man, it didn't take but, I'm telling you, a minute or two and the first bite happened. And you try to explain to people what that bite is like, and it's almost like somebody took a cinder block and threw it off a 5-story building into the water. The explosion is incredible. You know, I don't care how long you've done it for, when you see that explosion, I scream like a little kid every time I see it. It's 5 minutes here. Not even 5 minutes.
Not
2
even,
minutes.
just put the bait out.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, 2 minutes slow trolling these mullet. The boat ramp is right here. Just got blown up on. sometimes these bites are so violent that they just miss it. And it's hard to imagine that they do miss it, but they're coming from 20 feet down on the bottom and just exploding on this mullet. You know, all the variables have to just come together perfectly for that hook to find its hole. And unfortunately, this time it just didn't happen.
This segment is brought to you by Triton Boats by Earl Bentz. We take America fishing.
The sea life down here is absolutely incredible. The water is, you know, picturesque, beautiful teal color. Even on the outgoing tide, it's clean enough so you can easily see these fish. You know, there's ballyhoo showering on the surface, spotted eagle rays jumping out of the water everywhere you look, porpoises going by, jacks chasing bait, tarpon rolling. I mean, this is what, you know, you don't really think of Miami, you know, metropolis Miami, and have such a beautiful waterway.
I thought we were gonna be slow trolling these. You know, I pictured us sticking them in the rod holder, but from the minute we put a bait out, I don't want to put the rod down.
Heck no, we strike while the iron's hot.
I'm not dropping this rod. It's funny because it looks like a little deeper trough right there where those fish are in.
See, and there's a flat right here.
There he is! Ooh. He's on you. You missed it?
Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, battle him! Nice! Miami in the background! Whoa! Got him on?
I think so.
Razor jumping! This place is crazy! That was the sickest bite of our day.
How cool was that?
Hop up on that bow there. We literally filmed in Lake Okeechobee the last 2 days, and I'm gonna tell you, we were hooting and hollering over 5-pound bass blowing up on frogs. This is a little different. What's the typical size on these, RJ? Is this time of the year?
Around the bridge right here, it's very common to get well over 100-pounders. There'll also be 60 and 70-pounders mixed in, but this is a pretty big one.
God.
Look at this guy.
Look at this. Woo! Miami! So many times you go, you shoot a show, you're there for 2 days, 3 days.
Heads up, he's coming under us.
Giving it everything you got to get a fish. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
100, 200 yards from the boat ramp. You got 80 fluoro on there and an 80 spider wire, so.
Put the screws to him.
He's starting to drag us close to this bridge, RJ.
You know, he's sort of staying out here, but if
we gotta shoot it, we shoot it.
Might have to shoot it.
If he goes in between those pilings, I promise you my shirt's coming off and I'm going in the water with that rod and reel.
I'll hold you to that. He's right
You're gonna
here.
have to put
He's
the
right
wood to
here.
him, RJ.
He's right here.
You'll be able to steer him, buddy. Just steer him through there. Don't let him go right. Just kind of let him go right through the middle. Woo!
It's going that way. It's right here. Halfway.
Keep him over, RJ. Keep him over, buddy. You can do it. You got him. You're turning him. You're turning him. You got him, buddy.
He's out. There he
Shoot
goes.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, close quarters action here. That was sick. There he is. Roll him up. There you go. There you go.
He comes. Almost.
Oh, I hope he doesn't do that when I grab him.
He might.
That's a big fish.
Yeah, he's huge.
That is a big shiner right
That's a
there.
big one. It's a good start.
Yeah, 5 minutes into it, I would say. Took us under the bridge, now it's beaching us. I may just pull him right up on the beach.
Look at that hook, it's barely in him.
He wanted to come to
Yeah.
the beach, I'll let him come to the beach. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, baby.
Miami South Beach. 5 minutes into it. Look at the size of that shiner. That is a big one. That's full grown, RJ.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Took us right to the beach here, get a good safe release on him. Look at this. God, what a
Hold 'em up.
Unbelievable. Wow, what a great fish, RJ. The first 2 baits out both got smashed. First 5 minutes into it down here in Miami. Took us through the bridge, now onto the beach for a safe release. Let him go.
Let him go. Let's do it.
I know that one's still healthy to swim away.
How awesome is that?
This segment is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a love-hate relationship when you're fishing around bridges, you know. And you got to think to yourself, these are just razor blades for our line. So you really have to beef your tackle up. We were using 80-pound spider wire, you know, 80-pound fluorocarbon leader, big hooks, big rods, you know, 8,500 battle twos, you know. So the tackle has to be geared up, has to be beefy to be able to stop these fish, keep them out of the bridge.
All right, RJ, just release that one. I got to get a bait out. It ain't gonna take long. I don't think so. We're marking fish on the rig, marine. It is crazy. These mullets just don't last out here. These fish just must not see a lot of mullet, because when the mullet come through, they're just exploding on them. The tide is falling. You know, it's just washing everything out of Biscayne Bay, and it's just a big funnel. You know, these passes are just funnels, and these fish are just sitting in here. So easy to fish them too. Oh, look at my mullet! Oh, it's a bad day to be mullet. Oh, woo! There's a couple of them trying to eat that.
Oh, typical tarpon bite. You know, right next to the bridge, and what does he do? He's got, you know, 2 directions to go, and he's gonna go the direction that I don't want him to go, right into the bridge. So immediately, I just loosened the drag, backed up off of it, and I knew we were gonna have to chase this fish into the bridge and figure out this mess that he created. I saw this fish went between 2 pilings. There happened to be just a platform there that RJ could stand on, and I figured, you know, I'm gonna hand the rod to RJ, back up on the drag, and I told RJ, jump out, man. Just jump out. I'm gonna come back around, get you. I'm gonna try to get this fish.
Hop out on there. Go. Can you tell where he's at? He's out here?
I can't
He's
feel
under
what
there.
I can't feel what he's caught on.
Just hop on. And I'm just gonna back you out. So just drop your rod tip way down.
Loose drag or
Yeah,
tight?
just loose. See if I think he's down on the bottom of that cap right there.
Yeah.
Still tight? Raise your
Yeah.
rod tip. There we go.
There he is.
And when you know, get back to the other side. I get RJ back on the boat, and luckily enough, the thing swam straight through, right where I thought he did, and we were able to get back onto the fight.
Let's go real easy on him. He may have went through one of those. All right.
Resume.
Huh? Back off the drag. A little maneuvering.
That's incredible right there. Nice work.
I don't want him to go back. I want to pull him this way. Take me right up to the bridge. What a sick take.
That was pretty awesome.
You know, it's so much like snook fishing on this heavy structure. If you just back off the drag a little bit, just let the line, just figure out where the line is. You got plenty of line on these rods. So many people want to try to horse them away. You can't. That fish was so green, we couldn't stop him from going in the bridge. All right, RJ, back off and see if I can pull him back. It's coming up. That's full grown right there.
I think you got Grandpa.
Wow. I didn't know he was that close. Woo, buddy. Miami skyline in the background. There he goes. Just pulled him right there. I saw us turn his head. I got the best of that one. Let's pull the hook. Wow. That was awesome. He was right there.
Nice job.
God.
Wow.
This segment is brought to you by Hen. Let the battle begin.
I want to talk to you about choosing the right hook for the right bait. In this week's episode, we were using shrimp and mullet. So really, we're just using 2 hooks from Trocar, you know, the circle hooks. We started out fishing mullet, big mullet, 8 to 10 inch mullet. We're using a 9/0 circle hook. So nice big circle hook, big bait, you know, we're looking for big fish. For the shrimp, we were using a 5/0 circle hook. A little smaller hook, but still wide enough gap to, you know, to target these tarpon. So the 5/0 for the shrimp, the 9/0 for the mullet. Just make sure you're choosing the right hook for the right bait. You know, the bite really started to slow down, and RJ had plans, other stuff to do, so we decided that, you know what, we're gonna make the move. RJ wanted to head over by the shipping docks and check out those lights and see if the fish were in them. Well, as you can tell, the sun is set, and we've kind of moved inside here by the port. And RJ targets these lights right around the port, so we're just kind of moving right along the shipping dock here and looking for the bite.
Yeah. I think as we move up and down this wall, we'll see, you know, each of these spots is totally lit up, and we'll just see the tarpon rolling up in the lights, feeding on shrimp and other small bait fish.
He's got it.
Yeah, buddy. Get him out of there.
Oh no!
You need me to turn the boat on? Here he comes, here he comes. Is this?
We're just surrounded by giant ships. Is that an anchor down?
Is this engine on?
Oh, is he still on? Oh,
Nice
God.
one.
How am I supposed to get this thing out of here?
Hold on. Do your thing, Captain.
Oh no, don't go that way. Oh no. Here it comes. Woo!
Nice.
I can't land one.
So now I'm probably 0 for 4, 0 for 5. We sat in there a while, tried to wait it out, but we said, you know what, let's head back over to Bear Cut Bridge. This is where the tide is gonna be flowing the soonest. Let's get over there and let's see if these fish are feeding.
We moved back to Bear Cut. The tide is coming in now, so conditions are a little bit different. We switched up to shrimp, just fishing primarily shrimp, and the tide's just starting to move. And it shouldn't be long, we start seeing some action. RJ just got a bite, so we're kind of doing something a little different here. We're pinching on these weights to get these shrimp to go down. So a little pinch on weight, throwing the shrimp kind of cross current and just letting it drift down right through these shadow lines is where the tarpon should be.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
He's going straight through. Fire up the big motor.
Yes.
Woo!
It's a nice one.
Go left, let's stay between him and the...
Good. Nice.
God, RJ. What a take. Shot straight through that bridge.
Fish on.
Fish on, buddy. I don't care to tell you how many of these I lost today, but it's just as much fun coming out here and hooking them.
All right.
Not a giant, but you know, I'm happy to get one. Wow, how cool is that in that clear water?
That's beautiful.
To be able to see them at night like that. You just don't want to land my fish.
I don't.
You just don't want to land my
I
fish.
had her there for a second.
There. Got her?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yes.
You didn't want to land my fish.
I didn't. Oh man, look how pretty that back is.
God, I tell you what, Miami Beach, we came down here. From the minute we got here, a couple hundred yards from the boat ramp, it's been nonstop action. Everywhere we went, there were tarpon. RJ, man, you put me on them, brother. Awesome, great
Nice job, Captain.
I finally landed one. Lost a bunch, but finally got one to the boat. Not a giant, but what a good fish. All right, let me get a hold of her and I'll get her. There you go. There you go.
Got her?
I got her. All right. There she is, Miami Beach tarpon. Oh, I'm gonna let this girl go. She was good to me. There she goes. Nice. Woo!
Well done. Did you have fun?
Oh, it was a great trip. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Miami is such a great destination with an incredible offshore pelagic fishery. You know, the inshore waters, this tarpon fishery that we experienced, Biscayne Bay with bonefish and permit. I'm so grateful that RJ took the time, brought me down here and showed me the best of this Miami tarpon fishery.
Miami is quickly becoming my favorite place to fish. It's not my favorite place to get to. I could have killed a half a dozen people on 95 on the ride down, but
We're hitting multiple areas. Now I got sick.
it's like a $5 footlong right here. $5.
If I get sick, I will be so.
Y así vuelvo a tropezar, aunque cambie los patrones, la escogida se me